Hey y'all, I'm here. I'm back. I am so sorry, y'all. I haven't done one video this week. I have been feeling like shit. I haven't felt well. I've been busy as fuck at work. So I'm gonna knock out these videos, all of the videos that I've missed so far this week. So I got a lot to do, so let's get to it. So this is Cartel Crew Season 3, Episode 6, okay? Now, before we go any further, I'm gonna read the little statement that Kat put out after the episode. Now, mind you, I didn't even watch the episode like Monday when it came out. I watched it maybe like the next day or something like that. But I do follow her, so I seen this, and you know, whenever people be writing them long notes, we all know something. So let me read what she said. She said, I am flawed, but one thing I never want to do is pretend to be someone I am not for acceptance or understanding. I responded without thinking, and watching it makes me feel embarrassed. It was insensitive and immature, and I apologize to anyone triggered by my words. It did not come from not caring someone gets hurt, much less someone who is a great woman and a beautiful person to my son. Once again, I apologize on that part. What I should have explained was that I'm not a person that panics in a chaotic moment. I have been like that as a child. Those close to me know I am the first person that would dive to save someone if I knew I could. I have to do better and be better, not only for my son, but because I have a responsibility to my fans as well. So that's Kat's statement. We'll get to that whole thing when we fucking get to it. So work with me, y'all. Don't got my glasses. I still haven't found my glasses. I need to find my glasses. Okay, here we go. Okay. First of all, this has nothing to do with like the actual episode, but I was watching like the intro. Why is Nicole's brother still like one of the people in the intros? Take him out, put in Eddie or put in Magic. That's just like weird to me, and that's y'all being lazy. But anyway, so everybody gets to the house, okay? The Rolls Royce that they pulled up in was clean as fuck, super fucking clean, okay? House, beautiful, very, very beautiful. Look like some shit that I'm gonna do next year when I go on vacation. So everybody but Diana is there, okay? So Marie, they show a little flashback. Now work with me, y'all, because like I said, it's been a few days since I even wrote my notes. So kind of like work with me. I'm trying to remember the episode. So Marie had sat down. They show a flashback of Marie sitting down with Diana and explaining, you know, like, I want you to still come and stuff like that. But, you know, Castro can't stay at the house with us. And so Diana goes, okay, well, I'm not going. And so Marie says, so you don't want to be a bridesmaid anymore? And she was like, no. And she said, so you're turning your back on me? She said, yes, I'm turning my back on you. I got what a bitch. Like, I get stand by your man, and I can even understand not wanting to like stay in the same house, maybe like sleep, like spend the night there. But why couldn't you have been like in it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like they're still in Miami, but maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like they're still in Miami to me. But point of the matter is, you could have easily been like, look, I'm not going to spend the night there, but I will come for all of the festivities every day. I will make sure that I'm there on time for all of the activities that you have planned. Or like Michael has said, like, we'll get a little place that's not that far away. Unless y'all still in Miami, then that doesn't make any sense. But if y'all not, cool, we'll get a little place to the side, and then we'll drive there every day to come and hang out with y'all. But to just be like, no, I'm not gonna do it, like she said, that woman been your friend and probably had all of this planned way before you even got with the slow boy. And that's the insecurities jumping out, because those are just insecurities jumping out. But anyway, so Betty and Nicole, they get into their rooms and stuff, and they're talking about how Betty's younger sister, the anniversary of her death is coming up. There we go. I didn't mean to smile when I said that. I was trying to get it right. So then we have Steph, and Steph, she goes in the room to where Kat and Yvette, because they're sharing a room, and talks to them and talks about how, you know, she's going to be nervous around Eddie. And like, Yvette pretty much was like, so girl, so like what, if he say let's go, you gonna do it? And she didn't want to answer that. Or I think she was like, no, I'm upstairs, or I'm downstairs and I'm away from him. Girl, you think you gonna fuck that man? That's just facts on facts, okay? So then it's the bachelor's party. Okay, let me tell you, The men looked fly. All of them in they little, it was giving me very like 1920s ish, you know, very dapper with the hats and the suits. Everybody looked nice. Everybody looked nice, okay? So for the bachelorette party, all the girls come down in like this leather, you know, give me dominatrix type tees. Betty Idol is fine as hell. Fine as hell. Thick as hell too. She looked so damn good, okay? Marie comes in. I said, bitch, you better with the entrance, having the men carry her in. So let me see. So on the girl side, you know, you got the men, they're rubbing them down and stuff like that. And then eventually, Nicole was like, I have a female stripper because I think you like girls, Marie, whatever. And I'm thinking the same thing. Like, it's not even so much that I like girls. It's just I don't like male strippers. I hate them. I think they're like a waste of time. I would prefer to just have a big booty, you know, boop, 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 up and down, like, because women look better in that type of fashion to me than men do. Men are try too hard. Women are like more natural when it comes to that type of shit. So I'm the same. We go over to the bachelor party because we're kind of like switching back and forth, and they got the big booty strippers, okay? The one black girl who was killing it, okay? Get your money. So the next morning, everybody wake up and everybody's pretty much hung the fuck over, okay? So Magic was like, y'all know how I am about that man. Okay, so Magic, and them, they, no, she gonna say when they get up, like, what did y'all do last night? Oh, we just played cards. What's up, hun? Anyway, so, then I think Kat was talking amongst the girls and was saying how every time, you know, Eddie walks in the room, because Eddie had walked in like the kitchen, she gets triggered. And I'm like, Kat, sis, pull it together. You gotta get your shit together. Be grown. Let's go. Be an adult. Get it together. So then all of the guys kind of sit down together, and before that, the girls are talking about like the party last night, and Nicole's like, yeah, I think Marie likes women. And Marie tells us pretty much that before Michael, she had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend introduced her to Michael. I think it was supposed to be like a little threesome thing, but that didn't work out. In some way, somehow they end up together. So that's interesting. So then, like I said, so we go over to Eddie and the guys, and Eddie is talking about how he's kind of nervous about bringing his girlfriend around, you know, like Kat's met her, but the other people haven't, and, you know, she's not about this life. And Eddie, stop telling us that she's not about that life. I get what you're saying in the sense of like, she don't have the same background as everybody else, but everybody else is not doing that anymore. So I don't understand why you would be nervous to bring her around. But anyway, so now I could be wrong. I really want y'all to correct me. That's what they did. Okay, now that I think about it, because I'm like, bruh, I could have swore in the preview they said that Kat was in the mall, and I just now remember that both of their names is Kat. I don't like the way that VH1 did that. Y'all set that up to make us think that Kat was in the mall too, because the way that y'all shot it in the trailer, y'all didn't show that Kat was there. Y'all only showed the other girls. I did not like that, but okay, whatever. So they get a call pretty much saying that there was a shooting at the mall, and so his girlfriend is calling and is crying and stuff like that. So, you know, the producer comes out and tells all of the girls, right, because he's in a separate room when he gets this phone call. That's what it was. She called him, and she was like, there's a shooting right now. We're hiding in the store, da-da-da. So he dips out to, like, you know, figure out how he's going to get there. So the producer comes in there and tells the girls that there was a shooting. Kat's entire face was just straight. She's like, she'll be fine. I said, Kat, they're going to get your ass. They're going to get your ass for saying that, Kat. All it is, it's not that Kat wants the girl to die. It's just that she's in her fifis because it's Eddie's girlfriend. We all know that. Anybody watching the show knows that. It's not because she wants the girl to really die. It's I don't give two flying fucks about the bitch who's with my baby daddy. That's just pretty much what it is. That's the energy. That's the energy. So that's how I took it. I didn't take it as if Kat was saying, oh, I hope the girl die. I think I really took it as if she's just saying, oh, well, like, am I, out of everybody, am I supposed to jump up and be like so worried about it? Because honestly, that would be her being fake as fuck, to be quite honest. So Eddie ends up getting to the mall, and long story short, he ends up going to the mall. He finds her, she fine. Okay, so let's stay back at the house. So while everybody is outside, because like some of the girls went outside to go and talk to Eddie, make sure that he's good. Now at this point, Betty's kind of freaking out, which we all know before anything happened. I'm like, okay, Betty's about to be triggered as fuck, okay? Which she does. So when they're all outside talking, Kat pretty much was like, I mean, it's just a shoot, and like, it's nothing to me. I done seen people like killed in front of me. Like, I'm just like, it's just not that big of a deal to me. So then Betty starts getting really upset, and she's getting triggered, and then the whole conversation about guns being the problem versus people being the problem, and then they get into that whole thing, and then like Betty has like a whole breakdown and starts crying. I understand why she started crying, because she's really, really fucking triggered. I get that. So she goes upstairs, and in her confessional and talking to Marie, she pretty much says that she's mad at Kat about what she said about it not really being a big deal. But I really don't feel like that's what Kat meant when she said that. I think what she meant is what she ended up saying later, which we'll get to in a second. So then that same day, it's like a spa day, so everybody's gonna come outside. Marie went to go get anal bleaching. That was hilarious. Betty says, you know, Kat's weird as hell for saying that somebody can be killed right in front of her and it's not a big thing. Like, it's not a disrespectful thing. It's just from her point of view and her lens, she's been through a lot and she's seen a lot. I'm exactly the same. Look, I live in the hood. I was grown up, born, all of that shit in the hood. So to me, hearing a shooting, it's not really a big thing to me. Seeing somebody with a gun, not really that big of a deal to me. I mean, should it in all reality? Yes, but because of what Michael said, we're kind of like desensitized when you grow up in a certain area and things like that. You become desensitized to some of that shit. So again, like she said, somebody been shot and killed in front of me. So when I hear that there's a shooting in a mall, I'm thinking, I mean, yeah, that's sad, but like, you know what I mean? But not in a disrespectful way, just in the, girl, I done seen and heard worse. You know what I mean? So I did find it funny though that when she first found out that Betty was mad, she was just like, but it wasn't malicious. So then you got Yvette, Steph, and Kat and Magic, and they're kind of talking about Eddie or something. I forgot. They was talking about people being romantic and stuff like that. And I think Yvette asked, was Eddie like good when it comes to stuff like that, like being romantic? And she said, she started getting a little choked up. She was like, yes, he was romantic, but you know, he wasn't faithful. So that's what it gets down to. And Magic go, well, you know, from what I understand, you wasn't no angel. Like, you wasn't perfect either. You wasn't no angel. Which as soon as Magic said it, I said, oh my gosh, like, Kat's gonna have an aneurysm. And she definitely had an aneurysm and brought it up later, which I'll get to when we get to that too. So then they talk about Stephanie points out, or somebody points out the fact that, you know, Kat has Eddie's name going across like her chest or whatever the case may be. And they talked to her about that, and they was like, you know, would you ever get that removed? And she was like, no, pretty much said like she wouldn't get it removed. And then she just starts to cry. So then it goes to break, and when we come back, Marie and Stephanie is outside of Kat's room, and Kat is in there bawling, and I understand where Marie coming from, because Marie is like, bitch, look, Diane out here acting like a little bitch. She over here crying and stuff like that. Like, bitch, this is supposed to be about me. Like, it's my wedding weekend, and I'm sitting over here running around making sure everybody else is fine. This is exactly why I do not want a big wedding. I never, ever, ever want to have another big event with people again in my life. The last time I did that was for my graduation, and guess what? Everybody acted just like she said. It was supposed to be about me, and I never like shit to be about me. But the one day that's supposed to be about me, y'all hoes make it about yourself. Over it, I feel her. So Kat's in the room having a whole breakdown, all right? And so when Steph goes in there, Kat's like, she don't like seeing Eddie, and she feels some type of way about what Magic said. And I know a lot of people, like I said, thumbs down my video about what I said about Eddie in the documentary and stuff like that, but this is how I feel and I don't care. There are two sides to every story. And maybe because I watch too much Iyanla and I've been to therapy a lot, but you can't tell somebody else, you cannot dictate and tell somebody else what their experience of you was. Now, you might not agree, you might not see it the same way. It might even in our reality be a lie, but you can't tell somebody else how they experienced you. That's their experience. That's from their lens. And so my whole thing is, and on top of that, take all of that away. Magic is his friend. You know what I mean? You think he gonna sit up there and just let y'all talk about how bad of a person that Eddie was to y'all? No, that's his friend. He's gonna stick up for him even if Eddie never said anything, the same way that Stephanie has and would do for you. So I don't understand why that was a big damn deal. She don't like the fact that he's saying negative things about her, or at least that's what she feel. And Stephanie, I'm gonna just be real. Stephanie said to me what Kat really feels, which is, I don't like the fact that you are the one who pretty much built him all the way up and treated him correctly, but now he's out there running, saving, being Mr. Superhero for somebody else. We built them up just for somebody else to go and take them. That's what she's mad about. Stephanie, now Kat didn't say yes, that's true, but that's exactly what Kat is mad about. Kat is hurt about the fact that her and Eddie are no longer together, regardless of all of the fucked up shit that he did to her. She's still hurt about the fact that she's not with him, and she is more so hurt that the man that she wanted when she was in a relationship, she didn't get, and now that man that she wanted is with somebody else. That is not Cat. That is a thing. I was trying to explain that to my boyfriend like a long time ago, and he don't get it. But as women, sometimes we feel like if you was with a nigga for a long time and you helped build him up and you helped, help him get his shit together, whatever, but he still just didn't treat you right, for him to leave you, or not even leave you, but for y'all to not be together, right? Because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do to you, but then get with the next woman and do everything that you was asking for. It's like a slap in the face. It's like, oh my gosh, like what the hell is wrong with me that what you're doing with her, you couldn't do for me? That's where the hurt is coming from. That's how I see it. That's how I feel about that, okay? And aka getting a man ready for somebody else. That's long story short is what I was saying. But yeah, that's all pretty much that happened. This episode wasn't really a whole lot. Like I said, I'm not on Kat's ass because I didn't really think I seen it for what it was. She don't really have a problem with the girl in particular. It's not even that she's hating on the girl. She is just still hurt from them not being together, and it hurts to see him, and it hurts to see him be with somebody else. Period. That's just that on that. I will see y'all for my next video. Bye.